Hello guys, I am back with another episode. There is a message that I want to share with you guys, and this message that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received. The message reads like this. Hello my brother, how are you? I am the only boy in my family. My father and my mom, they had 3 girls and 1 boy, and I am the last born in my family. Growing up, I am someone who was really disciplined, and I knew everything that my father wanted me to become in life. So I followed along everything that he wanted me to do. I went to university, and on the last year when I was in university, my father did something that was quite strange to me. He then asked me to drop out of varsity. I didn't even understand. As someone who was born in a family that are well off in life, I just followed along. My dad then later told me that since he was now getting old, he saw that it was now the opportunity for him to teach me everything about his businesses, but I could not understand because ever since I was still a young boy, my dad, he made sure that he taught me all the details about all of his dealings. When I started working for my dad, I started to notice a lot of strange behaviors that I had never noticed in my life. I saw that my dad was a womanizer. I don't know how many women that I have seen going into his office, and these are not clients. Sometimes what my dad does is that if someone comes, if it will be a lady, if she comes, then if she will drop a CV at the reception, most of the times we do request that when you drop off if you drop off a CV at our offices, you have to insert a picture. Those are the modernized CVs. Or if it is a eCV that you'll be dropping, everyone has access to that email. So my dad, what he had been doing all along, I saw that he regularly goes through those CVs that will be dropped in the email or that will be left at the reception after or before they had been taken to the human resource manager's office. My dad, he always takes those CVs, and usually what I noticed is that if there is a beautiful lady that would have dropped her CV via email or physically at the office, within a short period of time, you will see that lady being hired by the company, even if she doesn't have any necessary experience at all. The moment that she goes to my father's office, you will just hear my father calling someone who is of a senior position in our company, and my father will instruct that person to start training the new employee. My father, in his business, he does everything, and he does not even consult with anyone. Anything that he wants to be done, that is what everyone in the company will do. I can say that my father is sort of like a psychopath. Even though we are operating our company in a tricky environment, you know what our economy is like. But my dad, he has been so successful. But I could not pinpoint properly that my father is a womanizer. I always suspected. That is when my father fired his personal assistant for many years. Then he employed this other lady, and I started dating my father's personal assistant because she is so beautiful, as old as she is, because she is 37 years and I am only 25 years old. Me and her, we started dating somewhere around last year, but the way that we were dating, it was like we were just dating over the phone. Whenever I would try to take her on a date, she will keep on telling me that next time we will go, next time we will go. Then all of a sudden, this lady, she wanted to get physical and more personal with me. When we started having intercourse, then she told me that she had fallen pregnant for me. I was scared and excited at the same time. The reason why I was scared, it was because what were my parents going to think of me when they were going to find out that the lady that I had impregnated, first of all, she was my father's employee, my own father's personal assistant. So many times that this lady, she comes to our house if my father will not be at the office. Sometimes she would come and she would work from our own home. So I am afraid how my family is going to react to this news? She is the same age as my sister. If my family was going to find out that this is the kind of a scandal that I did, my father was not going to approve, and he was going to say that even if he wanted me to take hold of the company when he was going to retire, I was not mature enough. Me and my sister, who is the firstborn in our family, ever since I started working for my father, we have been fighting for control because she feels that she has more experience than I have. When my father's personal assistant told me that she had fallen pregnant for me, I knew that if I was going to tell anyone this secret, then I was going to give my big sister weapon so that she can get me removed from the day-to-day runnings of our father's company. That woman's pregnancy now is in the 6th month. And when I thought that I had everything under control, because what me and my father's personal assistant had agreed to was that we were going to keep this as a secret, and I was going to fight very hard that by the time that she was going to go on her maternity leave, my dad was not going to hire anyone, so that when she wants to come back to work, a job will be waiting for her. And I thought that she was honest as I was being honest with her, and I have been working day and night so that I can provide a good life for her. Now, I had been renting an apartment for her, but I was shocked on this other night when I just decided to go and pay her a visit. I was really heartbroken. I had never been this heartbroken to actually think that I even dumped the way that I dumped my girlfriend whom I had met when I was still in varsity. And I told her that the kind of a love that she thought was between me and her, she was just lying to herself. I was just using her. The reason why I was so cruel when I was dumping her, I didn't want her to bother me anymore, because she kept on telling me that me and her, we were going to get married, but I could not get married to her because I had tasted the love of my father's personal assistant, and she had given me the kind of a love that I had never experienced before. So I was pumping out a lot of money trying to give her comfortable life. Like when she fell pregnant, I didn't want anything to happen to the baby that she was carrying. I have even met some of her relatives. That is the most painful part about my story. Some of her own close relatives, they do know that I am the father of the baby that she is carrying. Yes, they do question us about the age difference, but we just said that we had to do this since there is a baby in the mix. When I went to visit this woman that I am dating, I just went to her house without even calling her. I was in a rush. When I drove straight to her house, I was surprised to see that my father's car was parked outside, and I didn't know what to do, so I drove away. When I saw my father's car being parked at her apartment, I decided to hack her WhatsApp. I linked her WhatsApp to my device without her knowing anything. What I saw, it was really painful. I saw that they do regularly chat and they've been in love for a couple of years. And she even told my father that the baby that she is carrying, it belongs to him. So I don't know what kind of a game is this woman playing. Now I am afraid that if I come out into the open, I would have given my sister so much ammunition that she is totally going to have me kicked out of our father's company. I know that the position that I am working in, she wanted her own husband to work in that position. So I don't want my inheritance to go to my sister's husband. Now that you know everything that is going on in my life, please give me advice. What do I do? Because this woman, whenever I am with her, she is saying that we can even do something that is like a secret marriage. Me and her, we can stay together and people will not even know that we are married. She told me that she has her own cousin who is of the same age as I am. She can pretend as if I am going to get married to her cousin, but her cousin, she is already married. She said that we can pay off her cousin's husband, and her cousin's husband had already agreed to this. Please, my brother, should I go ahead with this plan? All that I am fighting for right now is for my survival. Dear listeners, right there was a message that I received from one of our listeners. Then I had to ask one of our admins to give us a translation. Yeah, that one is a scandal. Please let us try to speak with our dear brother in the comment section. I'll be back with another episode.